Hey guys, SouthernTierPrepper here. I just wanted to take you guys on a little walkthrough and get some feedback on what you all think about. Sorry, noise just came from the house. What you think I should do with all this new cleared land. If you saw my reels on Facebook, you know that my stepdad came through with his big ass tractor and cleared all of this out for us. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. It's quite the hill coming up here. Um, so this is on an incline. I don't know how much you can see that, like, we're on a hill. There's one of our debris piles. Actually, part of the framed our old house is there. But anyway, this was all overgrown shrubs and grasses and weeds and seedlings and saplings and things. This used to be our old goat pasture. And it had grown up quite a bit since we stopped having cows, because sometimes we would rotate the cows out here. So my stepdad came through and skimmed off most of the vegetation, and he is willing to come over here and rototill some parts of this. Obviously, like, I don't know if the camera is doing it justice. This thing is huge. Um, it would be too much to till on a hand rototiller. Um, so originally what my plan was, and I can't do this with this whole space, but I want to choke out all of the grass and weeds and whatnot and do like a bag garden for all of my viney plants, things like melons, cucumbers, pumpkins. There's Grayson right there. And then Sansa's over there checking things out. Anything that's viney and is going to spread out. And what I want to do, and there is Monkey, is I want to choke everything out with landscape fabric. And my daughter works at a horse farm, and they sell 10-year composted manure, 50-pound bags of it for $4 a piece. And I was thinking about taking those and making sure that the tide end where it's open faces uphill, and just cutting enough of an X in each bag so that I can plant one or two of those viney seedlings. And then, just enough so that it lets the water in and keeps the weeds out, but they should have enough to, grow from that. And then, of course, they can spread out along the weed fabric. I did jump the gun a little bit, and I can't say that I'm sorry I did, because, these things will take time. And some of these mounds, I planted some of the giant things that need a very long growing season. In this hill, I have two Cinderella pumpkins, and I'm hoping I can get a gigantic one and enter it into our local county fair this year. I do have like taller plastic clutches somewhere, but with everything going on, they're packed away somewhere and I couldn't find them. So for the time being, until these sprout, I didn't want birds getting the seeds or the dogs trampling them or anything. So I had these little seed starting domes, and I just buried in most of the sides so that the wind doesn't take them off, and just protects them from, any animals getting them. Nice Monkey, right on film. Way to go. And I did that over here with, I think these ones are the blue Hubbards, and then over in that pile over there with some green Hubbards. So anyway, part of it is going to be, probably that part right there, is going to be the bag garden. Now, yeah, there's our construction zone still. Still lots to do. Blocks, debris, insulation, whatnot. It's all left to do. But what I do want to do is, since we have our fence posts up, I do want to, maybe not so much where there's briars in between, because, they serve a really good barrier. And the chickens don't generally go up that high to be able to come in from this angle. But down this way and towards the house, I want to string deer netting in between. And not only is that to keep the dogs and the cats and the rabbits out, but also it's going to be like a trellis for some of my vining things. Like, I want to plant the cold hardy kiwis that I have along that, so it'll be nice, stretched tight, and so they can climb it. Some grapevines, um, the maypops that I'm planning on planting, all of those things. I think it's going to be a good support system for them. Cucumbers, those types of things that like to climb. I think that's the way to go. Right here, my dad did do a small mound. This is where the tractor had come through from that field to destroy our home. So he was able to put a little bit of dirt here, but I'm thinking I want to plant some sort of really big ass fast growing tree right here, because if you look along the hedgerow here, we do have a lot of trees up here that it wouldn't have been able to come down most places, but it was just positioned perfectly to come down through this gap right here. And they actually were disking that field on the 1 year anniversary of this happening. And you can imagine I wasn't very happy about that. Like, I understand they've got to get their crops in and things done, but really, on the anniversary, it's like, come on, guys. But so we've got all of this down here. And so I'm thinking, like, I really have room to do a couple of different patches of corn. Like, maybe I could do a sweet corn patch and then a popcorn patch and then maybe some glass gem corn and sell it as an ornamental later in the year. I do think I want to plant a tree here too, or 3 or 4. But like this whole thing right here, as far back as he went, we still have further back we could go. I mean, there's just so much potential. And, we have a lot of bricks from when we had to tear up our walkway to put in the new pad. I'm thinking maybe I could use those as borders to try to sort of differentiate the different areas of things. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you do with a portion, or a cherry tree that's falling over, is in full bloom? What would you guys do with like this much land? I mean, this is just, it's crazy how much this expanded. And it's good that he did this because um, we're not going to be able to move the shed out from where we moved it to make room for the house. And it's like right smack dab in the middle of my garden. Now, the good thing is that my husband says I can have that shed for my garden shed, which is really awesome. Um, but it does cut in drastically. I mean, I think it's like an 8 by 10. So there's 80 square feet of garden space that I'm losing over there. So this way, I'm more than gaining it back. It's just not all of it's going to be able to be tilled. Um, some things I might have to lay down like a weed barrier and then build it up with topsoil or compost or stuff. And we can get that from other parts of our property. I can borrow my dad's truck to go get, dump loads of the horse compost if I need to. I just think it's pretty cool yet overwhelming at the same time that I have all this to work with now. So gardening peeps, check it out, see what you think. What would you do? I'm in zone 6B, if that makes any difference. It is on a hillside. It is going to be a little hard for me to get to, but we do have a friend that's giving me an old riding lawnmower, not so much to mow, but so that I can haul a little garden cart and it's easier on my back and I can do what I need to do and move things around and haul dirt and tools and gather and whatnot. I mean, I am so hopeful for all this. You guys have no idea, like, what having this cleared and having the right tools coming my way so that I can do this without literally killing my back. I mean, it's just, they say to plant a seed means hope for the future, but to have this much cleared land to plant seeds in, I mean, that's the ultimate in optimism right there. And I couldn't be happier. My husband wasn't too thrilled that he came home and this is all done, but I think once he starts seeing the fruits of our labor, that it'll be all worth it. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. I appreciate every one of you. And don't forget, as always, do your research and prep on.